Last week we lost Mean Gene Okerlund, WWE announcer, interviewer extraordinaire. I didn't say much at the time other than posting a little bit on Twitter, usual rest in peace type of thing. And then it kind of set in over the course of the next day or so. Just what a loss this was for professional wrestling, but also what a loss it was for me, however crazy that sounds, when you think of your childhood kind of disappearing piece by piece. For me, Mean Gene wasn't just an announcer that you saw every so often throughout the 90s and in the 2000s. I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and for me, WWF programming was a big thing on Saturday mornings. This was before the WWE RAW brand came out and SmackDown or weekly TV shows. I grew up in New York City, which at that time, the WWF was really more of the Northeast territory, and building up to the original WrestleMania 1, WrestleMania 2, etc. And while they didn't have a Monday night television platform to build off of at that time, they did have Saturday morning shows where you saw mostly jobbers, which, for those that don't watch us for wrestling content most of the time, are just kind of low-level, pay-by-match type of people that are there specifically to lose, and they're there to showcase or highlight the talents of the people that you're looking to promote. You're looking to promote live shows, and for us, those live shows took place at Madison Square Garden. Mean Gene wasn't just a typical announcer that I think today we kind of see a lot of these folks, dime a dozen type of people that come in, hold a mic up, and people have a promo set to go. By promo, I mean when you see these larger-than-life people just come out and basically rant, this is what I'm going to do, and I'm going to see you in the ring, or I deserve this, and so forth. Mean Gene had a style to pull interviews out of people, and while we know that wrestling is scripted, for the most part at that time, those interviews weren't necessarily scripted. They were improv, back and forth with the talent. There's a lot of good blooper reel type stuff where things happened here and there when things went a little bit awry in the interview process, but for the most part, Mean Gene really set the style and the mold for what is used to not only today in professional wrestling, but I think in sports interviewing in general. And for me, as I get older, as some of you who watch the channel are in the same age range, you start to realize that, unfortunately, as you get older, the people that you looked up to when you were a kid and they were that much older than you, they continue to pass on as well. So while Mean Gene lived to be 76 years old, it doesn't seem that old to me, at this point at least. Wrestling fans have lost a lot of their idols or loved ones over the years, and things that hit me over the last few years. Obviously, you had the Macho Man, you had Ultimate Warrior, you had most recently Jim Neidhart. For me, greatest tag team of all time were the Hart Foundation with Bret Hart and Jim Neidhart, not only in the initial incarnation, but also in the later Hart Foundation years with Brian Pillman and the British Bulldog and Owen Hart. And fun fact, if Jess, our daughter, had not been a girl, her name would have been Owen, where we were looking to name her after Owen Hart. And so it is a little bit sad that Mean Gene Okerlund is no longer here. He's gone on to other pastures with other folks that we were used to behind the mic at the time, like Bobby Heenan, like Gorilla Monsoon, like Lord Alfred Hayes. They'll forever live on with the video content that's been produced. And tonight, we're heading to Amway Center, where WWE Monday Night Raw will be live, and Hulk Hogan will be coming back, in addition to Ric Flair, to do a tribute to Mean Gene Okerlund. Let's see how it goes.
Glorious! No, I won't give in till I'm victorious!
I-4 traffic is absolutely ridiculous due to the I-4 Ultimate thing, but check out this shirt. Got my Hogan American made. And speaking of Hogan, we were over at his beach shop yesterday. Check this out. We're gonna make a trip to Hogan's Beach Shop. If you haven't been in here before, this is a treasure trove of all Hogan stuff. And on the screen, look at Mean Gene, Thunder Lips. Oh yeah. got an autograph from Rocky Stunt Double. Or maybe you need a gas tank signed by Hulk Hogan. What you gonna boo, brother? You need the bandanas? The Hulk Hogan wig is actually missing the top of the head also. That's awesome. Check out these bottles. I like this shirt too. Too sweet. Oh yeah. I like this Thunderlip shirt too. The ultimate male versus the ultimate meatball. And we got Hollywood Hogan over here with the chopper. If you want to dress as Hogan, they also have the boots. Since the store opened, I've come in here and thought, I gotta get the tights, I gotta get the boots. I need doink socks in my life. One of the greatest matches of all time. Crowd pop wise at least. What you gonna do, brother? I want this green belt. And here we are, beautiful downtown Orlando. Flanked by pieces of I4 Ultimate, not yet complete. Look at the sky. We're gonna cross on this red because there's no way to come down this way. Everything's closed off right now as they build the highway closer to the Amway Center. Big line for people to get in. This kind of means the doors are not open yet. Wow, the line goes all the way down there. That is crazy. I went through the VIP entrance because I have a ticket in the Founders Level Suites. Hulk Hogan's over here. And we're in. Let's see what kind of merch they have. Here they have a Suplex City Orlando shirt. And Hulkamania shirts. Actually, there's 2 Suplex City shirts. Meanwhile, I think everyone's gonna boo Brock Lesnar. The new John Cena shirt is at the end there. You Can't Stop Me. Ronda Rousey. How come there's no CM Punk stuff? I'm feeling kind of like Spinal Tap. I just walked around this entire level trying to find the elevators to get downstairs. I'm on the Founders level. I've never been here before. I picked up a ticket on StubHub for a ridiculous discount. And now I'm here. And this is our suite. This is crazy. So here we are. Got 2 TVs, multiple seats. Got like a table. And we got our seats down there. Not quite sure what's all in all of these things or what's included. This is the view from my seat. Usually if you're sitting in these suite seats, you're paying for the seat in addition to food and kind of beverages and everything included in there. I'm not sure if they're going to bring them out later. Let's see. If you have sweet season tickets to the Magic, you can opt in to buy these special events as well. A lot of people buy them and just sell the tickets off. One of the hard cameras for entrances, it's right there. We're just 10 minutes away from at least the pre-show starting. That's what the crowd's looking like. Now we had no food or drinks in our suite. You can order them if you want, but they come in quantities of 6. If you want a Pepsi, you gotta get 6 Pepsis. And popcorn, it's $23 for like a small basket. So if you come in here and you're coming to any of the suites that offer food, you should know that food is not mandatory for them to offer. The person that owns the suite has to purchase the food package for their guests. When they're reselling, they typically don't do that. You see from my view right here, I'm sitting in the front row, and right over my front row, there's people sitting right there. And I don't see a lot of gimmicked people, with people dressed up as like Hogan and stuff in the crowd here. Oh, we're ready! So we get some main event before we get with Raw. Mike Rome in the ring. So they're getting ready to do this little promo that pops in during the regular programming on USA right now. In the commercial break when they cut through and they say, this is what we got going on right now for Raw. Here's what everything looks like behind the scenes. We had Natalia over Lacey in a dark match. Pretty good match.
15 seconds. Get ready to get loud.
Oh, we get a debut of Ethan Carter III. EC3, baby! My God, it's Michael Cole. Oh, the announcers are up on the stage now instead of down near the ring. Corey Graves! We went right to a hot open. They're in the crowd, by God.
A lot of love for him.
Mean Gene signs in the crowd.
What do you say to heaven in the house, Orlando?
Mean Gene.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you all rise as we honor the life of WWE Hall of Famer Mean Gene Okerlund with a 10-bell salute. Mean Gene! Woo! Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome WWE Hall of Famer, the immortal Hulk Hogan!
I want you to bury me face down, and then all of my critics can kiss my ass.
So they just confirmed that we get a 30-woman match at the Royal Rumble again. It's funny, when you're in a commercial break, they were just talking to the crowd, and we're just going to stay in the ring with the same hold for the next 3 minutes. Baron Corbin won clean over Elias, who's red hot. Corbin is so horrible, there's no heat at all. I can't imagine what the people booking are thinking. Crowd pouring out. I don't know if there's a dark match or not. I think it's all over. What an awkward ending. Also, everyone's leaving. Outside the suite, it looks like that's the creature from the Black Lagoon playing some soccer. The crowd is dispersing. We're gonna head out of here. So a half an hour post-show, almost home. Had a little bit of time to soak it all in, and I just gotta say, that was not very good. It was not very good at all. You know, a couple of weeks ago, all the McMahons came out and said that they know that the ratings were horrible. And the ratings are truly in the trash lately for those that don't watch this on a regular basis. They were gonna turn things around, they were gonna fix things. And we ended up with more of the same tonight. Just not very good. There were some moments that the crowd was so low that one person could say something at a moderate level and the arena could hear it. It's like a library. I thought the Hogan tribute was poignant, but it did feel a little bit forced. I know this is the first time back that folks are seeing Hogan after the racial comments that he made a few years back. Very curious to see how public acceptance goes for that. But he was best friends with Mean Gene. They did a lot together career-wise, and really kind of both helping elevate the company in early years of popularity. But it did feel a little bit forced. The other curious thing is they had advertised not only that Hogan would be back, but it was stated that Ric Flair would be back, because Flair was also a very big friend of Mean Gene, but there was no mention of him whatsoever. And then there's a lot of moments in the show that kind of make you feel like the first time you go to a carnival and the carny suckers you in and says, if you give me your money, you're going to see all this great stuff behind the curtain. You get back there, it's kind of like glimpses of what was advertised, or not actually the full thing. So we had Brock Lesnar come out, basically walk around a ring, not really have any type of confrontation or any type of promo that was worthwhile at all. And then you have Ronda Rousey come out for basically, it felt like maybe 3 or 4 minutes. And I just don't know where they're going. And I get it, I know this video is not for everybody, so if you're stuck in this long, thanks. I was really happy to see the Mean Gene stuff. I wish that it went on a little bit longer, maybe had a little bit more people talking about him, maybe some anecdotes or something to kind of bring you closer to the person that he was. I don't think there's a single person that's ever watched any type of professional wrestling that pretended to do a promo in a mirror and said the words, "Well, you know something, Mean Gene," or something along those lines, because that's the mental picture or image or video that plays in everyone's head when they think about doing interviews or doing promos. As always, you're not allowed to shoot video of the actual wrestling event, so let you go watch Raw for that. Although, I will say the video package that they did for Mean Gene was really nice as well. You guys can check that out by clicking the link up above. But we did take some pictures, so highlights of what we saw, so you guys can check that out now. I think that's gonna do it for us for tonight. It's been a while since we've done some type of a wrestling video, but you know what? We're actually gonna get another one or two that we're gonna film tomorrow, because we're heading to Jacksonville. We're gonna go to this All Elite Wrestling press conference rally type thing over by Jacksonville Jaguars Stadium, TIAA Field, formerly Everbank Field, and home of Welcome to Rockville. And then we're going to head over to SmackDown afterwards, because they're like right next to each other, and see how SmackDown fares compared to the Raw live broadcast. So on that note, thank you very much for coming along. Thank you very much for all of your likes and your comments and your subscriptions. Treat others the way you want to be treated. Have a great night. See you guys.